Erin is now officially the first hurricane of the 2025 Atlantic season. And while it's gaining strength, we know it's on its way to become a major, it's also growing in size. That wind field, it's getting a whole lot bigger. Erin is expected to stay offshore of the United States, but that doesn't mean that there won't be considerable dangers on the East Coast, primarily right there at the coast, at the beaches. To break down what this means for beachgoers, we're joined now by Wyatt Werneth. He's the spokesman for the American Lifeguard Association. Wyatt, yeah, thanks for being here with us. This is an important conversation because I know a lot of folks, you hear about a major hurricane, you say, oh, thank God it's staying offshore. We're talking about some dangerous conditions. What should folks be aware of if they're heading out to the beaches?
Hi, Ian. Good afternoon. It's a fine Fox weather day. Absolutely. We actually have a checklist that we put together for you guys. And what we want you to do is to start out, learn to swim, America. Your ability to swim will save your life. The next thing is to know before you go. We want you to go online, check out the area you're going to be, look at the Fox weather station, find out what the weather conditions are, look for any warning system, and pay attention to that. The next thing is, if you get to the beach, where there's a dip, there's a rip. That simply means that where you're in the beach and everything you get, where you're sitting gets wet, and both sides are high and dry, you're in the rip. Stay out of it. If you do get caught in a rip, RIP, relax, get help, identify yourself as needing help. Someone on the beach would hopefully, if there's not a lifeguard around, there'll be a flotation device like the Ground Zero project behind me, and they're all over the place in areas of Florida, and someone could use that to come get you. And then the P is try to swim parallel, but most importantly, always swim in front of a lifeguard. Your chance of drowning in front of a lifeguard is 1 in 18 million.
Wow. Yeah, and that's a very small number, a very small probability, and it speaks to the importance of lifeguards. For some, though, a lifeguard role, it can be a seasonal gig in spots, and it is a bit late in the season. A school is back in session in some places. What about lifeguard numbers up and down the coastline? That's got to be something that folks need to factor into their decision making.
Absolutely, Ian. And, you know, the important factor of that is, let's go back to learning to swim, the checkoff that we have, but also identify people in your group that may not be strong swimmers, assign a water watcher, someone that's going to keep their eyes on them like your own lifeguard, because lifeguards may not be in season, as well as put someone that does not know how to swim in a Coast Guard approved life jacket, and that's going to decrease the chances of having a bad day at the beach or water park or pool, anything. You have to kind of start at home, take care of yourself, because lifeguards aren't on duty at this time of the year in a lot of areas. And there's a lot of areas that don't have lifeguards because of the lifeguard shortage.
Yeah, that is a really important point right there. The American Lifeguard Association, how do you work at the local level with lifeguards and local authorities? Is there a heightened alert for those entities when we're talking about a storm like this and really the long duration through so much of next week?
Well, that's awesome that you brought that up, because what you guys are doing is getting the word out, educating the public is number one. And we do the same thing. A drowning can be prevented. Just like these hurricanes coming, we know the conditions that are going to create drownings or create rip currents, and we start ramping up and keeping people out of those areas. And it's easy. Just pay attention to the warnings. We have flag systems like a traffic sign where it's green is go, yellow is slow, and red is stop. And we have rip current signs, as well as, like I said, thank you guys for getting the word out and getting it out to the masses that there are conditions that are approaching, and just be aware.
Yeah, Wyatt, that is the most important thing right there, because I always say storms like this one, way out in the main development region, it's development, they don't sneak up on us, but these hazards, action at a distance, most certainly can. So be aware of this and prevent what we can prevent, as you were saying. That's American Lifeguard Association spokesman Wyatt Werneth. Great to catch up with you. Good to see you. Thank you.
Thank you. Swim in front of a lifeguard.
Yes, sir.